Just get out, Charlie. Can't sit with us. Yeah. Hi, Toads.
This is a trick and you like
Oh, I
this.
feel like this is going to happen a bit. Oh, cool. All right, kia ora everybody. Welcome. Me and my beautiful girl have decided to just come together and have a kōrero about our journey on healing and toxic relationships.
Hey.
Yeah. So, did you want to introduce yourself?
Kia ora. I'm Hedia. I've known Nay since we were
Yeah.
10 years old, running around.
Being little shit.
We've been in each other's corner and we've always been there for each other. But our lives have, we've done our own thing. But
Yeah.
this is our first time in so many years going through our journey that it aligned where we come together, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, it has. Like Easter Sunday, we spent the morning having a sunrise, and it was almost like the years just collapsed.
Yes.
And even how much we laughed together, and it's almost like we didn't have that many years apart.
Yes.
Chopping it up with you and realizing, fuck, we've actually been through so much, and we've got so much to offer other people, because what we've gone through and what we can share hopefully can close the gap for other people. Literally besties, we used to piss everybody off.
We used to get in trouble every day to the point when Nay was not allowed to come back and hang out at the Meriton.
I got kicked home because we were running amok together, and it wasn't even intentional.
No.
It was literally just us being us and
In our
in our
little
own world.
bubble.
Yeah, we're literally in our own world when we were together. That's what was so funny about the other morning. It felt like that again. We were just
in our own little.
So I guess being that young, people would have felt left out, because we're literally just in our own world.
We
and
just bounced off each other.
Yeah.
Just, our energies are just.
yeah, they've gone really well together. But we have been on a decoy and a half. I'm so fucking proud of how far you've come. And I just
Insane.
can't wait to hear more about your journey. I asked Chap for some questions. Actually, should we just kōrero a little bit about what it is that we've been through?
Yeah.
Both of us have been in really toxic relationships with the father of our children. This isn't spoken on enough. I feel like a lot of women suffer in silence. And sorry, I should say men too, but I'm just talking from my own experience. It was tough. I was in that relationship for 6 years, and I just became a person that was unrecognizable. I was so disconnected from my soul, and I was just such a broken person. It actually took me years to really come out of it. And now on this side, finding my healing and finally finding the tools that work for me to just release and let go of all of the shit that's just weighed me down for so long. And yeah, now I'm very happy. From surviving to thriving, and I'm so fucking grateful for the journey. One thing about it, I probably wouldn't change, because I've actually been able to support so many people, even you for a minute there, to really get through this part of their journey, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't gone through it firsthand. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
I was with my kid's dad for a large part of my life. I think
We're still like
13,
teenagers,
maybe 13 years. And I look back at that person and I don't recognize her anymore. I was a very fragile and a person that was so reserved but no self-worth. And I remember after a certain time, I was kind of like, this is not what I want and this is not what I deserve. Actually walking away was one of the hardest things that I had done, because in the back of my mind I felt guilty, because back then I felt that the kids needed a mum and dad. I walked away, and after that I kind of went through a lot more than just losing my relationship with the kid's father. I kind of went through a massive betrayal from someone that was really close to me, a sister to me. Going through that and hitting absolute rock bottom, it ignited something in me to heal not just the person that I was, but the little girl inside of me. And it wasn't until I met a lovely Māori lady, Arden, who helped me with my mindset, and that's where it started for me and my healing journey. It's been 3 years for me, and I look back And I am very thankful for the journey, because I definitely wouldn't be the person that I am today.
That's the crazy thing, eh? Like, we went through the fucking pits, bro.
Like, bottom of the barrel pits.
I feel like that's such a massive statement that's not taken lightly, that we're still grateful and we wouldn't change it because of the people that we've been able to become. It would not have happened. I think that kind of growth requires some kind of depth of despair. But yeah, let's read some questions. What kept us stuck even when we knew it was toxic? I just feel like I definitely knew this was not good, but you cling on to every good moment like it's a lifeline. Like, I remember just clinging on to every little moment, and it's like a fucking ugly bag of hope, guilt, love. Yeah, you really want to keep your family together. You forget that love isn't supposed to hurt. You are hurt so much that becomes normal.
That becomes your reality.
Yeah, it becomes your reality. It's actually fucking so sad to even say that out loud, actually, because yeah, that is what can keep us there for so many years. It's not easy to leave. Like, as hard as it is and as terrible. I remember a moment there, I think I cried for almost 3 months straight every single day. You know, I still couldn't leave. And it's not something to be ashamed of. Your programming just becomes so in such a low state, and your belief system changes. You almost can start to feel crazy sometimes. Have anything to add to that?
I think, yes. Mine was the kids. Okay, I can't. I have to make this work. I have to keep my family together.
Yeah.
My kids deserve a mum and dad. But as much as it killed me in those times, I would always cling on to what you said, the happy,
those happy little moments. You would like literally, like, it's like a lifeline, because those moments are far in between. When they do happen, it's like,
oh yes,
it's like you fall in love all over again. Because you forget what that feels like for a bit. You don't get to experience that often. We already know, but yeah, it's that not wanting to separate our families, and there's also kind of like a shame of what people would think too. Oh gosh, what's everyone gonna say if we're like parted?
How did being in that toxic relationship affect our identity and self-worth?
Oh god. In every way, shape or form. Damn, even now I still need to work on my self-worth. My healing journey when it comes to relationships is still not complete. You know, there's like still things that I'm triggered by and beliefs that I still need to change. Now, to reaffirm my self-worth, I feel like that's a journey on its own. Yeah. Because fuck, man, my self-worth, my self-esteem, 0. Yeah. It was at fucking 0. And it's crazy even when I look back on like some of the times there, and I look so happy, and it's like, holy shit, I was a mess. Like, on the inside, I was broken as fuck. Like, I kind of started to believe like that's all I was worthy of. And love isn't supposed to hurt. You know, not saying that love should be easy, but it shouldn't be like painful like that. But that's what I was like literally ingrained in after years and years. I feel like that relationship really changed the trajectory of my life. It was probably the most traumatic thing I've ever been through, and I've gone through a lot of shit, you know, even losing my dad, but that relationship like really changed me as a person. But yeah, how can we really answer that? Because fucking everything about it.
In every way possible. And like that's the same. Like, my self-worth wasn't even existent. It wasn't there. Like, I just was an absolute doormat of a person, and not once did I believe in myself for absolutely anything. That's what I've been working on, and I'm such a firm believer in I'm never healed. I'm always healing, always growing, always learning. And that has been one of my biggest things lately, is working on my self-worth and actually loving on myself deep to the point where I know what I deserve. I know who I am as a person.
Yes.
So And my biggest thing is my kids. My kids look to me, so that's my drive.
Yeah.
My drive to
Yeah, we're so
show
lucky to
them.
have them. One hard thing I think when I went through with Kaya is I was going through so much hurt at the time. It wasn't till such a long time after I left the relationship where I actually reflected and realized she was there for the whole ride.
Yeah.
And I was so caught up in my own trauma and my own despair. I actually totally fucking forgot that she was there. Like every car ride, every punch up, everything.
Yeah.
She was there.
Yeah.
She was there, and I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? And it just gave me this extra fire because it wasn't just. It was way more than my healing.
Yeah.
It was her healing as well. So yeah, our babies go through it,
Yes.
on their own. Once you get out and once you, I think, like delve into a bit of self-development, a bit of healing, you realize your responsibility for them as well. Not just as a mum, but like, as a role model.
Yes.
Of what they accept. If I stayed in that relationship, I'm letting my daughter know that this is okay.
This is acceptable.
Yeah.
100% that's it. And that's especially, with our kids, while I was in that relationship, I thought I kept a lot away from the kids going through that toxic relationship. But it was my oldest that actually brought me back down to earth and expressed how much she actually seen, how much ugliness, how much horrible stuff she's seen happen. So that was a big wake up call too.
Yeah, it is. Like we don't realize because it's so hurtful what you experience, and this is on an everyday basis. This is your everyday life is like pain.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're so consumed in that pain, you actually forget that there's these beautiful little people.
Yes.
You can come out if you want. You forget that when you're in it, that there's these little people, but when you do come out, you do realize, because you, I guess, start to reflect and then start to have all this awareness.
Yeah.
Next question is, what patterns or beliefs did we have to break to feel safe again, especially in relationships? Oof. Accountability?
Yeah. Yeah.
Accountability, because I became such a victim to my circumstances. And, I think it was maybe two years after the relationship where I fully realized that I allowed that to happen. I could point the finger all I wanted, but no one was keeping me in that relationship but me. No one was forcing me to stay. I chose to stay. And that was actually like a massive realization for me personally that kind of just sent me a little bit, because I was like, oh my gosh, I really did choose, like, what you're not changing, you're choosing. So I really chose that every day, and I have to accept that. I can't just point the finger at everybody and just victimize myself. I also played a part by allowing that behavior. So that's one of them. Self-worth thing, building our self-worth back to feel safe. I got in a relationship straight after that one, like straight away. 2 minutes later. Right, open the next door. Literally, close one. I flew back to New Zealand the day after we separated, and I came back pretty much boot up. It was terrible. Anyways, everyone kept telling me, you need to heal, you've got to give yourself time. And I didn't understand why. That was shit. This is great. Like, I don't understand. And then I ended up moving in with this person. We got our whole house together. And 2 months down the track, the grief of this relationship hit me like a ton of bricks. And I just started howling. And I didn't understand, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is what everyone was talking about, give yourself some time. I was like, I don't need time.
I'm fine.
Yeah, what I have here is great, and it was great, but I needed the time to heal and really process what that relationship actually did to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. It's wild to
It
feel
is.
safe again. Oh gosh, so many beliefs you have to break. Yeah, that you are worthy of love, that you are worthy of like good things and to be treated well. What I also experienced in that relationship too is the kindness was too much. I couldn't deal with it because I was so fucking used to being traumatized.
Yes.
I was actually missing the trauma.
Yeah.
And this is when I read up on trauma bonds. And 3 sentences in on what a trauma bond was, I was bawling my eyes out because I was like, fuck, I'm addicted to trauma. This person's treating me well. And I'm like,
What is this?
yeah, it's
What is
just
this
way
behavior?
too foreign for me. When you go through something traumatic and that becomes your everyday life, when you get given something nice, it feels like it's too good to be true. It feels like it's a lie. It feels like you're just waiting on edge for something bad to happen. It actually taught me so much, and that's when I realized I was like, oh, fuck, I need to step right out. And I going through that relationship as well. That's what really, I guess, highlighted very loudly everything that I needed to work on within myself. And I was able to really heal from that point forward. That's what really catapulted my journey, was getting in another relationship straight away and feeling like this is a great idea. Fucking idiot.
I kind of went the opposite direction, and I sat, and that was probably one of the lowest points of my separation, was the loneliness. The loneliness after I craved that toxic relationship back. I craved that trauma. I craved that the chaos, the chaotic behaviors. I craved that so much, and just sitting in my loneliness, I hated it. That was probably one of the lowest points in my separation, like feeling lonely. I hated it. And I hated the fact that it looked like he was happy in his own little, and I'm here, I'm dealing with all this stuff, and you're over there like, you're good and you're happy.
And you're happy and you're fine. Yeah, man. The craving of it was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want that back, because as fucked up as it is, that is your comfort zone.
It is.
That becomes all you know. So anything out of your comfort zone is foreign territory, you know? So it's like, even if it is being treated nice, and I think a reason a lot of women stay silent around this is because it might not make sense. It might not make sense to people that have not gone through it. It won't, because you'll be like, oh, well, you should have left, or you should have did this, or how can you want someone that's, you know, beating you up or treating you like shit? And like, if you ever experience it, those who have experienced it will know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's why so many of y'all stay silent. And that's why we're here, like, kind of shining light on this, because it's so real, and so thousands of women go through this. Like, when we post something about those experiences, the feedback we get is next level.
It's and I think that's what pushes us to just want to do this, and to want to get our voices out there to help others, because it's not spoken of enough. And I just think a lot more women need
just a voice to know that you're not alone. And you're not crazy, and you shouldn't be ashamed of the decisions you've made that have gotten you to where you are right now. You know, it's just about that acceptance, and especially for those who are still in it right now, oh my gosh, my heart is just like with you all. But if we can share what we know and close the gap for you in any way, then we'll be so grateful and so happy. So I really hope any of this is landing for you guys. But what's your next question?
How has surviving that relationship shaped the woman we are today?
Oh my God.
I love this one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, look at us.
Look at that.
Can you feel the glow?
The energy.
It is. It's literally transformed us. I don't think I would have the awareness I do. It really it was the reason I started and found my healing journey.
Yeah.
Was because I was so broken from that relationship. And relationships contribute, like, kind of seep into every area of your life, whether it's a relationship with your kids, your family, money, yourself. And it's just taught me so much. I would not be this woman today if I didn't go through those hardships. And yeah, fucking 2.0, baby.
Yes, absolutely. And to go through what we went through, to learn and to heal, I can't even begin to say how grateful I am for where I am in life. And I am so proud of the woman that I am today, because who I was 3 years ago was an absolute fragile, broken woman that I do not recognize at all. And the person that I am today, it's like I've got this third eye where what I've gone through, it's shaped the person I am to the extent of I know my worth when it comes to relationships. My eyes are a lot more open.
Yeah. It's like a bird's eye view kind of thing, eh? Yeah, it is. It's like you get this thing where normally you're like, you can see kind of like surface level and you're just like what's in front of you. But when you go on this journey and you've been through what we've been through, it's like you get this bird's eye view. Like, I guess the level of awareness is just different.
It is. It's absolutely insane. And the challenges and the struggles has definitely shaped me to the person I am today. And I, for the first time in my whole entire life, even from a kid to now, I am so content with myself.
Yeah.
And with where I am, and my kids are happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, and they are little thriving. They're so cute. And I'm so fucking proud of you too, to watch you kind of grow into this beautiful person that I always knew. I think that's why it was so easy for us to connect, you know. And over the years, we always tried and it never worked out.
It never worked out.
Like, we're always like, oh, we need to catch up, or we need to catch up. And then literally years and years went by and we're still saying this. And then all of a sudden now we get to this point and it's just become so easy. Like, you're literally up the road now and it's like, oh my gosh, thank God. And it's just been so beautiful to witness you just grow into the woman that you've become and being able to use your voice. You know, you used to message me sometimes and I would always like you said, we've always been in each other's corner and you've always been my hype girl and you've shared with me how you've felt. And now to see you go on and do that for other people. You know, I've sent you a couple of voice messages over the last maybe a couple months, like, I'm so fucking proud of you. I just can't believe like watching you grow. And I do. Same. I'm like, honestly, so proud. It just makes me so happy when you're seeing what someone has gone through, and especially when you've experienced something similar. So you know the pain and you know the steps that they have to take, and you never know how long someone's healing journey is going to take. So then you, I guess, come through it so gracefully. You know, I know there's some ugly moments. But like, it's just been so amazing.
It takes me back to that, like watching you go through your separation and I was still in mine. And I remember that phone call that I made to you because I had finally come out of mine, and I was like, what do you mean? Where do I start? What do I do? And I remember calling you. I'm like, my love. How do you get through this?
I know. And even though you called me, it meant so much to me. I was like, I would be there for you. You know, it's not easy to lean on people when you're that level of broken. So when you called me, literally dropped everything, and I was just like all in for you. And at the time you hung up, you were laughing and like.
I know.
I don't think no matter what state we're in, what level of despair, we're always going to be cackling.
Cackling hyenas.
Cackling hyenas. You will hear us before you see us. I love that so much. Yeah, so proud. What's the next question? What's one thing about leaving a narcissistic relationship that no one talks about? Oh, I think what's come up for me is definitely what I mentioned to you in that phone call. Going back. Going back. If you know people are gonna fucking laugh that have gone through this or are going through this, but you are like in three worlds, all right? It's like your mind hates them, your heart loves them, And this girl down here just wants to fuck them. This kitty she's just hungers as it's fucking, and it's so fucked up. No one will tell you that because it's fucking embarrassing.
Yes, 100%.
It's embarrassing. Could you imagine hating somebody that's fucking traumatized you and all you want to do is jump their bones? How does that make sense? Bro, I know so many of you are laughing right now because you fucking know what I'm talking about. You fucking know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's like I explained it. I've helped a few girlfriends that have just recently come out of a narcissistic relationship because they didn't understand why they kept going back. And I'm like, it is this invisible umbilical cord that is literally from us to them. And until we do the work and until we recognize and take accountability for where we are in this situation, that is going to be there. Like, mind, body,
Puss.
will still be there until we can come out of it.
It leads back to the trauma bond, but that is definitely, no one will tell you about that. So you're welcome. You are not alone.
You are not alone.
Oh, trauma bond, that is actually normal behavior, kind of like a way of craving that trauma. You're addicted to the trauma.
Yeah.
You're addicted to this person, and it's like they're the ones who beat you down, but they're the ones that you want to pick you up again. You know, when they go and pick you up again, you're like, you know, you get all like, oh yeah, he does love me.
Yeah.
And it's just this vicious cycle
Ugly
that you
cycle.
get. Yeah, you get lost in.
They're the ones that are putting you down to the ground, making you feel as low as you can go. But then they have this way of picking you up and making you feel as high as you can. And you're like, oh, they do love me. And that's what you stick on. That's what you hold on to.
That.
You cling on to that instead of looking at everything that
and you're
they've
already
done.
up there 5%. 95%
you're down there.
Oh, we're laughing now. We weren't laughing then, but it's because we've gotten through that part. We're allowed to laugh about it. And, you know, it's just to make it not so heavy because this is actually a really heavy topic. So we just want to lighten it up a bit, you know.
What tools have helped you the most on your healing journey?
Oh, gosh, so many. The ocean. The ocean has definitely played a massive role in my healing. Also, learning about trauma bonds, educating myself around all of that, because I literally never said anything and kept everything in my head, and like the thoughts that used to go through my head really contributed to my level of self-esteem and self-worth. I did feel so ashamed of like the choices that I would make because I didn't understand why I made them. I didn't understand. So like learning about a trauma bond and all of that, it helped me so much. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not crazy. I'm not like, this is normal for what I'm going through. And I honestly thought it was only me like that.
Yeah.
I never thought that it was a normal thing like that. So many people go through the same patterns.
And it's actually wild how many people are going through the same thing.
Crazy shit.
That was, that's one of mine is mindset. My
definitely
learning how to change it up, because I'm such a firm believer in the most dangerous place I've ever been to was my own mind.
Yeah.
And it can take such a long time to be able to get out of that, especially when you have hit the ground and you are so low. I remember just getting told after my separation that he was with someone that was like a sister to me, and that absolutely broke me. That betrayal was next level. Like, it broke me into a million pieces. And I remember jumping in a car and my big girl was like, Mum, what are you doing? I'm like, I'll be okay. I jumped in the car and I just floored it. And I remember thinking, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore. And all that popped up in my head was my nan who has passed away, who has been an absolute savior. She has been here. She's here right next to me. She was like, get your ass home. back to New Zealand.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next day I went back to New Zealand. I started healing back there, being surrounded by my family and my tupuna, and come back home, and yeah, I just focused on healing. I done some deep realizations about myself, and that's where it all...
Yeah, I think it's like putting yourself in spaces to grow. Being online, you've got access to everything. You have so much to learn, and it's just the most fucking beautiful thing to go through. I think going through this healing journey, it's not always easy. You know, you have your ups and downs when it comes to healing, because fuck, changing can be painful. Letting go of things that you've held on to for so many years can be painful.
Yeah.
But when you're in a safe space with like-minded people that can hold the space for you to grow, it's so powerful. And yeah, like you said, mindset is fucking
Massive.
key.
Massive.
Yeah, mindset is key, and no one can change that but you. No one can take that action but you. But once you start delving into it, I think, especially coming out of something like a toxic relationship, it's just the best.
Yeah.
Honestly becomes the new addiction, and like this one actually serves you and your family and your future, and like how you deal with everyday life now. Things that would, you know, fuck us off for like ages.
Yeah.
We can still get pissed off.
Oh,
it's not that
100%.
like we don't get mad, but we don't let it eat us alive anymore.
alive.
We will have our moment, and we have we've learnt the tools now to just work through it.
100%.
Yeah, and not just fucking carry it around. Because I would hold things for weeks.
Yeah.
Like just wanting to kill
Yeah.
that person. If anything, it fueled him, and I was the only one suffering.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized, like, fuck, okay, something needs to change. Like, okay, you're going to piss me off, but how can I change my perspective? How can I look at it differently so that it's not taking me down to the levels it's taking me down?
That's what I'm such a firm believer going through this journey. The 3 key things for myself was mindset, being able to change that up, accountability. Getting myself out of that victim mentality was probably one of the biggest things for myself, because like you said, I was the same, and I was in such a victim mentality for most of my life.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away what we went through, but you also have to look at it like you're the only one that can take yourself out of these situations.
Yeah.
So you are the driver of your life.
Yeah.
And the third one was, I've just had a massive mind blank.
The biggest one for me has been self-awareness.
Yeah.
Everything in your life is because of you. You know, everything in your life that you have, that you don't have, is because of you and the choices you've made. And you can bring everything back to self. You know, you can look at anyone else or whatever anyone's doing. You get to choose what power it has over you. You get to choose, and it's always bringing it back to self. And that's kind of what's helped me, because I guess from that experience, I would get triggered by a lot of things. But with the self-awareness, I can really discern whether that's a me thing. That's helped me so much, because sometimes it is a me thing. Like, okay, that's something I need to check myself, and being able to be brutally honest and love yourself enough to call yourself out with love, though. It's not in a bad way. It's just, awareness is fucking goals.
Yeah. Perspective. That was my other thing.
Oh, perspective.
Like understanding that your perspective is never going to be the same as anyone else's. So that's something that we have to accept, is that some people might not see your journey or your path the way that you see it. And it's coming down to not being able to control the way others perceive you.
Yeah.
That has been one of my biggest things, because back when, when I was going through it, I always cared how other people see me, or what they would think of me. Whereas now I'm just like, I'm in my own little bubble doing me, and if you don't like it,
fuck off.
Then fuck off.
No, it is that. Like, it's like in this day and age, judgment is just fucking real. And
very real.
Yeah, especially when you've been broken for so long. That's where people want you to stay. And it's not that they want that pain for you, but that's the version of you that they know. So when you grow, you can lose a lot of people.
And we definitely know that we
Yeah.
have definitely
Lost a lot of people, and that's fucking painful. That is such a painful thing to go through, but absolutely necessary. And like a big thing I could tell you for anyone going through that is to just trust the process. Trust the process, and that God will bring you the people that align to your energy, to where you're going, not to where you were at. Just to keep going, you never water yourself down to fit somebody else's box. You know, if people want to stay where they're at, that's fine. Doesn't mean you need to stay there with them. That perspective is a massive one. I guess it ties in well to self-awareness. Yeah,
100%.
To all the beautiful people who are still in it or freshly out, what do we want them to know? Oh,
Where's my novel?
Yeah, really. Have you got an hour? This is what you need to do first now. No, oh my gosh.
I think the biggest thing is there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
When you are in it, you can't see any way out of it. There is just no way. And you're like, you won't be able to survive without them. You won't be able to, you know, look after your kids on your own. You won't be able to financially support yourself and your kids if you're on your own. There's so much that goes through your head that makes you stay. But trust me when I say, when you actually walk away and you've got that mentality that you can do it and you will survive, you do it. Mama mode kicks in, or everything in yourself just kicks in, and you just do it.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. My heart is just with you so hard right now. And I know that you're going through a lot of pain, and what you're experiencing, you can probably resonate with so much of what we've spoken on. But you are, obviously, this has shown you that you're not alone, and you are so worthy of feeling safe, of feeling loved, of feeling peace. And you are responsible for your own journey and your own healing. No one can do it for you. It's you that needs to take the action. And I say that with so much love, but it's true. And I know you've probably tried to leave, and you've probably ended up back there, and it could go on for who knows how long until you decide. You have to decide. And if you're out, you're gonna want to go back, but don't, because there's a version of you waiting.
Absolutely.
And we're speaking from experience. We've met her. We've been able to meet her, and we would have never met this version of ourselves if we stayed. You can just persevere, just keep learning, just keep leaning into the discomfort. What's waiting for you on the other side will literally change your whole ass life. It is just, I can't even explain how you will feel, but I'm sure we're us sitting here and openly sharing the way we are, where we're at right now. I'm sure that speaks for itself.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My heart is fucking with you though. It's not easy. And even after I left the relationship, you know, for years I still had to tell myself no. No.
Yep.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Taking 10 steps forward, but then you take 20 back. And it's always just persevering and making sure, you know, one of my biggest things, not just with relationships, but with everything around me, if I'm feeling yuckiness, if I'm feeling situations have hit me tenfold, I will allow myself to sit in that and feel it. And then I will give myself a time frame, and I do talk to myself a lot, because I feel that's what helps me. And I'll be like, okay, girlfriend, let's feel it. Tomorrow we're going to wake up, brand new day, and we're going to start our day off better this way. So like it is a journey, but it is a journey that is worth it. It is a journey that will bring you to this person who will be waiting for you to walk into.
Literally, it's painful having to feel it, but like they say, you got to feel it to heal it. Feel it. You got to acknowledge that you do have those feelings, whether it is wanting to go back to them, whether it is all the pain that they put you through, or whatever it is. Just sit with it and allow yourself to grieve that that version of you and all that you went through, because it was very real, and when you're being gaslit so much, you do start to become quite programmed, and that's a lot to undo, especially if you've been in this kind of relationship for years, which both of us were for many years. We believe in you, because if we can do it, you can do it too. So we're just an example, and we're not even all the way, like Hidia said, we're never healed. We're always healing, we're always growing, because we're always experiencing more life. So it's just do the do, man. Don't go back. Don't go back. Move forward. Move forward. Focus. And you gotta talk to her as well and be like, focus. Come on, girlfriend.
Same page.
Align. Is there anything else you wanted to say? That's such a good little insight to our journeys. If any of this resonated, let us know. We're thinking about maybe doing a workshop.
100%. That's been the back of my mind since going through, since having this corridor with you, is that is something we definitely need to do.
So if that is something you might be interested in, let us know what landed for you, or if you're just here for the vibes, thank you. You're welcome.
We just wanted to hear our cackling hyena laugh.
But no, honestly, so grateful to hold space with you.
So proud of you and how far you have come.
Thank you so much. No, I'm honestly so proud of you too. I'm proud of us.
Proud of us.
Yeah.
Especially being moldy.
Yeah.
It's not an easy road to do this, especially we are so
judgmental.
As we're so conditioned to be a certain way, so it takes a lot for us to be able to be like, you know what, no, we're not going down that path, we're not doing that. We have got our own
we've got our own path, and not being ashamed to take that path too, proud to pave the way, pave a new way, regardless of what that looks like. I think one more thing I want to speak into too is, when you see women that have gone through it, for all the women that do get their little space here and there, fucking own it. Take up that space and let yourself shine, and fuck what everyone else says. Because do you experience when you do make that break and you do start working on yourself, people got something to say when you're going out, doing your thing, enjoying your life again. Because sometimes it's not with our kids, because we have to share. Like for me, I did all my big traveling when my dad would come and get her and take her back to New Zealand. Boom, I'm on the other side of the world. That's what I did. I felt like I got scrutinized for that.
Yes, 100%. You do, especially as a mother, and people see you in mother mode, but then when you don't have your kids, what is she
she's
doing?
Always out. Always
She's
got
always
something
out.
to say.
Yeah.
Always got something to say, and it's like, fuck off. Fuck off. We deserve the time that we pour into ourselves. And that's something, I guess, that's not normal for Māori or even society, actually, putting ourselves first. That is a new thing, and it's becoming more common, which is amazing. But I guess from our community's point, it's still not common at all to put yourself first. But us filling our cups up make us the best version of us for our children. And there's nothing better than that. When we're filling ourselves up, we're literally overflowing into our children, and they
are getting the better version. They're getting the better version of us when we are putting into us first.
Period. So when you see us out there popping our shit, better clap next time. You better start clapping. I'm bloody sick of this.
This judgmental
talk. I guess because people don't really know what we went through. And sometimes people can only meet you where they're at too. I used to be so thing of the way people judge me, and then I realized, fuck, they're really judging themselves.
Yes.
That was just actually such a fucking relief, because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know these people. Could be people I didn't even know. Could be people I know for a long time but never really spoke to. And I'm like, how? They don't know me. Why would they feel this way towards me? But when you're enjoying your life and when you're happy and you're finding your own purpose and your own healing, it triggers people that need to do their own, that are hiding their own light, that are staying in the situations that aren't serving them. It's very triggering, you know. Yeah, I think that's something I wanted to mention, because it is, I feel like a lot of women that go on their healing journey after being, you know, the stay-at-home mum or mum, and like holding this title and only that title. We lose the title of us as a woman. Yeah. Gain that back and kind of reestablish who we are and not just stick to that one title of just being a mum. People have something to say, but fuck them anyway. But just for the people that are like that, while we're here speaking on it.
I know one of the biggest accomplishments is that I was able to get out of survival mode. Yeah. I was able to not be living week to week and worrying, shit, is this roof over my head going to go? What am I going to do? Like, I'm in a place now where I'm so content financially, emotionally, for me and my kids, where I'm like, okay, we got it.
We got this.
We got it.
Yeah.
I got this. You know?
Do got it. And honestly, I feel the fucking same, because that is why so many women in these relationships, because we're scared of how do we survive. We've had to stay home and be mum. We've never had to go out and make an income. And then it's like, how the fuck would we even live? How can we pay rent? But when you literally do what's right for your soul, I don't know, when you trust, you have full trust in the journey, it will work out. Absolutely. Things will work in your favor, and it might not be how you thought in your head, but it fucking will. And like what I have created now, I could have never imagined that this could be reality for me. Getting to make money in my own time in ways that fulfill my whole soul, and getting to share these life experiences to help the people that align to me is like, what the fuck? You make money doing that? That's wild to me. Like, we've always wanted to help people, but how do we do that? I never felt like I really had a purpose in my life. I didn't know what my purpose was besides wanting to help people. When you really open yourself up and start tapping into your own abundance, it's fucking wild, the opportunities that can come your way. Absolutely. You know, and I'm sure you've experienced that too. It's so amazing, like the connections, the people that you start to surround yourself with, the income that starts to come in. I've never been so financially stable in I think my whole life, and I would have never thought that I would have been able to say that, you know, once upon a time, especially not in a average job. And even you're being able to work from home too, and it's good money. We're both creating income that just aligns with our kids. And it's like fucking amazing. Yeah. And being more financially sorted than where we were. Fucking idiot. But that's what we believe. I know there's so many women I know now that still are too scared to leave because of how they will create an income. It's like, bitch, it's 2025 now. Yeah. There are so many ways to make money out there. You do not even need to leave your bed these days if you don't want to. But yeah, I just feel so blessed to have been able to learn how to tap into that abundance and learn how to receive, and now be creating stability for my family the way that I am now. And this is just the beginning for us.
This is definitely just the beginning for us.
I literally feel like this is the beginning, and that's you leaving too, like an ending, but it really is the beginning of you coming home to yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it might be fucked up at first, but it ends up being a really exciting journey.
It is, and it's all the emotions in one. It's exciting, it's scary. Yeah. Change is scary, but I've told myself it is scary if you're trying to do something, if you're trying to change something and it's scary, do it. Yeah.
How are you supposed to grow if you're always going to stay? And our comfort zone once upon a time was trauma. Yeah, absolutely. It was like literally fucking bottomless, bottom of the barrel, down. Trauma. That was our comfort zone. So that's why being treated nicely was unfamiliar. Like, I tried to step out and I was like, ooh, I just wanted to go back to that downness. It might not make sense to those who haven't gone through it. but it's a real thing. So stepping into the fear, whitia te hopo, feel the fear and do it anyway. That is my favorite whakatauki, and I live by that, because when you do something scary, especially when it's for your own growth or to try something you've never tried before, the feeling on the other side of that, you just feel like the baddest bitch. You just feel
Liberated.
it's liberated. It's such a vibe, and it's like something you won't really understand if you don't ever take risks. You got to take risks and not be scared to fail. Failing has just been looked at as a bad thing by society, but it's actually such a beautiful thing. I try and encourage my daughter to fail as much as she can, because that means she's trying new things, and I want to normalize failing, because it means she's always going to try, and if you're failing, it means you're learning something from it. It's not a bad thing at all. It's like, fail forward.
Yes.
I feel like that was amazing.
That was good. It was so good.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for listening.
We ate that up.
We did. And this is just the beginning. I can feel that.